Today, let's build another everyday fanny pack. Let's go over the pattern pieces. You have a front panel with a zipper, a gusset top, as well as a gusset bottom. There's a back panel, 2 wings, and a webbing belt. If we look on the inside, there's a liner between the front panel and the main body, as well as a small back pocket. The first step in our fanny pack is to prepare the gusset top. I cut out a fabric panel to this shape, and then I cut that panel in half, following this center line for inserting the zipper. No seam allowance will be needed at that center line. If you have any questions or need help on how to prepare zippers or insert them between these panels, I have a separate video down in the description where I go in detail on exactly how to do that. With my top gusset assembled, the zipper should close from B to A. You can see that after inserting my zipper, the width of the brown is a little narrower than the black bottom piece. So I'm going to trim the black bottom piece to match the same width of the top. And then I'm going to join B to B. Step 3 now is to prepare the front panel. You're going to cut a fabric panel this shape, and again, cut down the middle line to insert a zipper. We won't add seam allowance at that middle line. When you go to stitch the next panel on, you won't know where to align it left and right. You can pin one edge to the zipper, lay it on top of your paper pattern, fold it up gently, and see if you're lined up left and right to make a nice fair curve coming around here and up to the other side. So we assembled our front panel, and we used the paper pattern piece to make sure that the height and width and the sides all aligned. Now remember, the paper pattern is drawn on the wrong side of the fabric. Going to step 4, we need to put the liner that'll be on the inside of this front panel that forms the front pocket. Now we're going to base stitch it to the front panel. And what that means is that we're going to sew within the seam allowance. So since the standard seam allowance is 3/8 of an inch, you can sew this liner onto the front panel at something less than that, maybe 1/4 of an inch. And you go all the way around, and that'll join these two panels so that they act like one in future steps. Now we're basically going to do the same thing with the back pocket. First, for the back pocket, you need to hem the top, and that's just to keep this top edge from fraying or coming apart. It doesn't really matter the total height of this pocket, but you don't want to make it too small. So do a nice small hem, double fold down at this top edge, and then we're going to base this right to the back panel, just like we did the other liner. With your belt wing, the first thing you do is you fold it in half, right sides together, to form a trapezoid. Then you're going to sew this edge and the short edge. On the short edge, use a long stitch length so it's easier to open this seam later to insert our webbing. The side with the notch for C, don't stitch closed, because that's how we're going to flip this right side out. So with your belt wing flipped right side out, use a pen or something to really press these corners and the seam allowance out so they're nice and square. Then with the webbing that you're going to use, double check that the webbing is narrower than that seam. Moving on to step 7 is the start of the assembly. With your back panel and your wings right sides together, base stitch them on so this becomes one unit. Continuing step 7 is when we start putting the gusset to the back panel. I get a lot of questions about this step. My recommendation is that you do not join points A of the gussets first. You certainly can, but then you have to nail your seam allowance all the way around these turns. Otherwise you'll get rippling either in the gusset or the front and back panel. So right sides together. What I like to do is I align my center points of the back and the gusset. I start to clip the bag together so I know where the turns are that I can put my little relief cuts in. So start stitching in the middle and go all the way around the perimeter. So I join the curve coming around A from the top, and then I join the curve coming around A from the bottom. And I want to show you that these two edges should overlap. Right here, they overlap. I stopped stitching down from the edge by the seam allowance. So I stopped at my seam intersection, not at the edge of the fabric, but edge of the seam intersection on both sides. And that way, when later I can come back and I can close this in. So you can see my Sharpie mark there, that's A. And these 2 points end up at that location. To do your front panel, you want to align the top middle, bottom middle, and then check A and B so that the bag ends up square and doesn't come out kind of football shaped or cockeyed. Before sewing, make sure that you open your zipper. Okay, so just like we did on back, where A had to come together on both sides at mark A of the back panel, I did the same thing towards the front. So when you see these two ends of gusset come together, they will be able to overlap, and any slack or anything has now been managed. Okay, so now to close the edges of A. Okay, so this is a hole here still. This thing's rattling like crazy. So what I like to do is I squeeze these together and then I pull the sides out so that I can lay this flat against the machine and not catch the front or back. And now you can see there's a gap here and there's a little gap up here, etc. So what you can do now is just stitch back over that just like you did over here. We're going to do the same thing on this side. And we're going to get back over here and I'm just going to stitch this gap closed on both sides. I was able to fold this flat, lay it on the table, and sew across here A to A. And that seals in both sides, and then I closed in the sides here on the curves to give it a nice fair turn. So now we're going to flip it right side out. I got it flipped right side out, and I put some stuffing in there just so you can kind of see this better. On this side, you see the top stitch that we originally did at the gusset. Now I just want an aesthetic stitch on the other side to match that. So over here, by sinking my needle on inside one of these existing seams, doing this top stitch and stopping the needle inside the other seam, I don't want a back stitch here because it'll look all goofy. Now you just got to tie these threads together to stop the stitch from coming undone. Okay, so moving on to step 8, it's now time to put the belt into the belt wings. So the best tool for this is a seam ripper. I have a 4-inch piece of webbing, and that's going to slide in there and get tacked in place. You can use a bar tack, a box stitch, or a zigzag stitches. It's up to you. So that's the Everyday Fanny Pack. This is a really popular pattern that's completely free on my website, and the link's down in the description. If you want to see more, go ahead and hit subscribe.